here to give the award to a young lady that we love with all our heart. This young lady has done so much for comedy, for women in comedy, for blacks in comedy, for character in comedy, for integrity in comedy. And I am so thrilled to be able to honor her with this award. We are so thrilled to be able to honor her with this award. This individual is an acclaimed and sought-after performer who has been in comedy business for over 20 years. Possesses the uniqueness of a great performer. She uses the platform to entertain as well as provide a message of inspiration and to continuously perfect her craft. She has the ability to customize messages to specify your very need. She reaches down deep and gives all that she has. And we couldn't think of anyone else that would be better deserving of this award. Y'all clapping right now. For Miss Sylvia Traymore. We're honoring her with the 2013 Lifetime Achievement Award.
I wasn't sure what I was going to say when I first got up here because I'm usually always so silly and just like to just have a lot of fun. But today, I thought that because Ms. Clarice and the entire team of the Living on Laughter Gospel Comedy Association put so much hard work that I wanted to show them my appreciation by saying just a few words of why I'm so honored and privileged to be receiving this award. I did my very first professional engagement in the year 1969 at Constitution Hall here in Washington, D.C. And honest to goodness, I had no idea at the time, no idea that life would have the journey that it did for me. I never knew I'd meet up with Muhammad Ali. Thank you. And work for him on an evening that proved to be one of the greatest nights of entertainment in the United States of America, which is the same night that Saturday Night Live called me in and offered me a job as an associate writer, which was in 1979. I like to say that when Chris Thomas, our very own mayor of BET's Rap City, first did his first bit of comedy, I'd already been in the game for 10 years. I didn't know that black women weren't even wanted in the business. I had no clue, and I honestly didn't care because I loved doing it. And for those of you that don't know, I was America's first African-American female impressionist. Thank you. So I had the proud opportunity to sit back and watch the grandness of Willie come up and just do his thing flawlessly. I watched Anna come up and do all kind of voices in her singing, and I was so proud because there were nights I came up in this game with people like Jay Leno, David Letterman, Robin Williams. Notice there are no black names I'm naming for you. And surely, the only white girls at the time was Joan Rivers. I didn't have anybody to do impressions of. We didn't have Whoopi Goldberg. We didn't have Michelle Obama. We did not have Wendy Williams. We did not have these people. So all of my impressions back in the day, white girls, and I was cool with that. I was cool, you know why? Because whoever I was doing, I wanted to go up and do the best that I could do, rock the room, and have everybody saying, wow. I got Jane Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies. Mr. Corbett. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely delighted to be here. I had to go and do Cher. I did Lily Tomlin. Greatest good afternoon, ladies. I mean, these are women that I had to do because there was nobody else for me to do except Diana Ross and Tina Turner. And I'm telling you right now, when I heard Beyonce say she was out of breath doing the Tina Turner routine, God reminded me that back in the 70s and the 80s, every night, I did an impression of Tina Turner twice a night. Sweated all my hair. Didn't care. And so this award is so special because it's coming from my peers and my colleagues. And I never did secular comedy. I never did gospel comedy. I just did comedy. And what I did was try to impress God. I tried to impress him because he gave it to me. He gave me that. There's a book out today called Comedians Laugh, Be a Lady. And they called me a couple years ago to interview me. I didn't know, they interviewed me. And so one of my friends who's in comedy posted on Facebook one day, oh my God, I opened up this book up in Barnes & Noble and they had Sylvia Tremor in there. So I went and got the book because I wanted to see. And they had Mary Tyler Moore. They had B. Arthur, Cloris Leachman, Valerie Hopper, Jean Stapleton, and Sylvia Tremor Moore. I was like, oh my God, they got me amongst these white legends. These women are legends. Mary Tyler, come on. Y'all Mary Tyler, really? Yeah. Come on. And so I called the authors. And I said, how'd you guys put me in there with those ladies? And one of the authors said, because Sylvia, you were right there with them. You were coming up with them. The difference between you and them is you didn't get the television coverage. And probably in the 60s and the 70s, the reason why you didn't is because a female impressionist with black skin may have been too much of a novice at that time. We didn't even hardly have any black women on television, much less somebody like Moms Mabley and LaWanda Page, who, for me, they paved the road for me. And I won't ever forget that. So in closing, I would just like to acknowledge one person. I know somebody was going to say do something. I already did. Thank you. So, here we go. I'm with Marcus tomorrow. I'm opening for Marcus Wiley over at New Horizons. So y'all can come on over here. The first show is sold out. The 4 o'clock show is sold out. There's a 7:30 show. I'd be honored and delighted, and I'm sure Marcus would as well. He has been an unbelievable light in my life. You don't even know it. But I did want to say that one of the highlights of my career, and I'll say this for you guys. In 1986, I was a little tickled because Ms. Clarice said 20 years, and I kept looking at my daughter who's sitting in the back, the real gorgeous, pretty tall, gorgeous, fabulous, unbelievable, wonderful, high fashion model looking chick that's hiding her face right now. Stand up. Jazzy, stand up so they can see you. See what I looked like 30 years ago. Come on, stand up, give me a stand. When Ms. Clarice was saying 20 years, I was like, what's she talking about? But in 1986, I did a show Andy Evans couldn't make the event. He thought it was Saturday night when it was actually Friday. Andy's a comedian here. And I opened for Whitney Houston. And that led her to take me on the road with her. I did 28 cities in front of hundreds of thousands of people. That for me, for me to go with the biggest entertainer of all time, at that time rather, I'll say that, for her to take me on the road with her was huge. So in closing, I just wanted to say this to you guys. First of all, Ms. Clarice, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for having this vision. Thank you for all of it. Thank you. This is one of my good people. I look real good. But I want to take a moment to thank all of the people who publicly and non-publicly wished me well. It's a good feeling to know that people are sincere and genuinely happy for you. I've worked hard over the years, trying to build relationships, mentoring, slaving, trying, traveling, pushing, hoping, serving, staying, leaving, crying, missing, tongue-biting, tripping, working, and then working some more. I've been refused, turned down, talked about, stabbed, verbally in the front and back, been picked up, dropped down, handed to the wolves, bitten by the lions, and still prevailed, all because I absolutely love what I do. I've also received rewards beyond my wildest dream, and I miss Whitney. I wrote a book entitled Almost There Almost, where 2 chapters are dedicated to her. And usually I do a little testimony, but we're pressed for time right now. I got to get out of here. I have just only about 10 copies. All I have is 10. I'm telling you now. So all of it, if you get the first 10, fine. I'm just letting you know you can order them later. But I only have 10 with me tonight. And 90% of the people tell me that they read it in, thank you, less than a day. Okay, and so there's 2 chapters in there about Whitney. You will love the stories, I promise you. I'll never be able to explain the emotion behind the whole Whitney Houston experience. I wrote all of this to say that tonight, a group of people recognized my past, that would be Miss Clarice in the LOLGCA, and decided to show some respect for it. For that, I am truly humbled. I understand that one thing I've learned in this lifetime is you don't know what the future is going to bring. So embrace all that you do and all that may come your way. You may be making history and don't even know it. May you all find and receive whatever it is you're looking for, and may kindness fill its way toward your endeavors. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you. I love you, and I appreciate the soul very much. Have a good night. But I do want to say this because they talked about Monique so much earlier today, and they talked about from Florida, the lady that is supposed to be Bill Cosby's Camille. That lady is Mother Audrey Akil. She's my best girlfriend's mom, who we lost a couple of years ago. She's 92 years old, and she comes to every single last one of my babies. I want you to know, thank you, I need this. Thank you, everybody. As Monique would say, since we do have people like Monique and Michelle Obama, and we got Wendy Williams and all those other people, Monique, if she was in church, she'd say, I just want to take this time to tell everybody in here that I'm so glad that Sylvia got this award tonight, boo. Thank you. Good night. God bless you.
It takes a lot to put these kind of events together.